everyone, it's Ann. Today we're going to take a look at a fairly new oracle deck, botanical oracle deck. It's called the Magickal Botanical Oracle. It was released on November 8th, 2022, according to Amazon, and today is December 15th, December 14th, 2022. So it's been out about a month, a little over a month. It's called the Magickal Botanical Oracle. Plants from the Witch's Garden, Maxine and Christopher Penczak. And there's a few symbols here of the elements and the planets. It's in a two-part hard case box. And this was, it's published by Los Scarabeo, but Llewellyn also distributed it. So this was sent to me by Llewellyn. So thank you very much to Llewellyn for sending this out to me to review. Again, hard case, two-part box. There is a thumb hole cutout. Just pull open. Black inside. Does have a black ribbon to make it easy to pull up the guidebook. So you get a nice larger size guidebook. Very thick, as you can see, very thick. So we'll take a look at the guidebook at the end. This is buttery smooth cover, so very nice. It's a harder cover, not like a hardback cover, but hard book cover, but harder than the usual little white book cover. All right, the cards are underneath, and the ribbon also pulls it up, and it was bound in plastic, shrink wrap, and I removed the shrink wrap. All right, so this is just inner lining. This is cardboard, but it's hard. It's glued down, so it doesn't move around when you put your cards in. All right, so that is the box. All right. So let's take a look at the cards. Here are the backs. And they are not reversible because we have it looks like the green man and then his counterpart, it looks like, surrounded by herbs, botanicals, herbs and flowers. And there is no gilding, so no gilding. And card size, comparing it to a traditional plaid back tarot card. So the length is the same, but the width is wider. So it's that much wider. Same length, a little wider than the traditional plaid back tarot card. And the cardstock is really nice. According to Amazon, does it say? I don't think it says. It doesn't really say what the cardstock is, but it's hard. See? You can hear it's hard, and but yeah, it's still flexible that you can riffle shuffle, but it's harder, not flimsy. Okay, very impressed with the cardstock. And as far as the feel, is papery versus plasticky, so it feels more like paper-like than plastic laminate. All right, so without further ado, let's go zoom in, look at the cards. There are a total of 33 cards, by the way. So smaller deck. Let's zoom in. I want to get you guys close because there's a lot of details. Alright, so we have some of this I can't pronounce. Angel's Trumpet. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the botanical name because it's mostly Latin. And as you can see, here are the symbols. So they have the element and then the symbols of the planets. And it's very detailed. So some of the details are hard to see because there's just so much. And next card is Belladonna. And then here are the symbols. Bleeding hearts. I think I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Bleeding hearts. Here are the symbols. It looks like, I think that's air when it's pointing up. Yeah, air, sun, and Mars is what I believe those symbols are. Calla lily. And here are your symbols down here. Camellia. Cannabis. Dandelion. Dragon tree. Fly. Argale. So this font, sometimes I can't make it out if that is an IE, agaric. All right, you can tell I'm not familiar with some of these plants, although that looks like a mushroom. Hellebore. It says, "You will be my death." Socrates. I don't know if that's a quote by him. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that. Although I did take Latin in high school one semester, but that was a long time ago. Holly. This one's easy to pronounce. Ivy. Lavender. I know lavender well. I use it quite often. Love lies bleeding. Love lies bleeding. Mandrake. Moonflower. That's interesting. Moonflower. Oak. Poppy. So there's a little red in here. Rose. Everyone's familiar with rose. So this is the tree of life, it looks like. Rue. Sorcerer's violet. So this must be the spirit of the herbs or the flowers, because they talked about connecting with the spirit. Sunflower. I skimmed the guidebook a little bit. Thistle. None touch me with impunity. Interesting. That's a nice heart. Thorn apple. Vine. Willow. Wolf's bane. So there's the wolf. Wormwood. yarrow, yew, and last card is the Witch's Garden, which is the same picture that is on the back of the cards, except this is in color. That's pretty cool. All right, so here's another look at the back. So that is all 33 cards. Let's take a look at the guidebook. All right. Like I said, this is buttery soft cover feel. We have the table of contents, forward, introduction, plant spirits from Witch's Garden, the cards. So that I believe the faces in the cards we just saw are the plant spirits. Angel's Trumpet, Belladonna. So basically it lists all of the cards, all the name that we have gone through, 1 through 33, and then how to work with these cards, preparing the cards for use, reading with the cards, the card reading spreads, Beyond the Garden Path, Creator's Biography, Bibliography. All right, so there's the forward. And these pages are thick. They're thicker pages. So very impressive quality of guidebook and the cards. And they even have a chart for you on the elements. So here's the air. So I was wrong. The one that I said was air in the card was actually fire. I get them mixed up. So air has a line through it. This is fire, this is water, and this is earth. And then, you know, what it rules. Air is mind, fire's vitality, protection, water's romance, family, empathy, healing, and earth is structure, finances, home, health. So those are the elements that are on each card. And then they give you the planets as well. So if you don't know your elements or planets like me, they even have a cheat sheet for you. So these were all listed on the cards: the sun, the moon, Mercury, etc., etc. And then some of the plants are poisonous, so they note for you which plants are poisonous. And then they go into the cards. So they list the Latin name of the cards, the planets, and then the element. And there's the magical meaning, the plant spirit medicine, and then the divination meaning, and then the reverse. And then they even have an affirmation for each card. All right, so that you do get a nice large size picture of each card, along with everything I just said, each section. I like that it has an affirmation. So if you pull one of the cards, you have an affirmation. My spiritual nature and sexual nature are balanced and harmonious. That is the affirmation for Calla Lily. All right. So it's the same setup for all 33 cards. Here's cannabis. I thought it was interesting when I read cannabis, because, you know, a lot of people get high with that. And it talks about telepathy, how it opens people up to telepathy more. I guess I should read it. I was trying to find the part where it says it opens people up to telepathy. Okay, let's just let's read the divination meaning. Be aware, be sensitive, connect, and commune. When cannabis shows up, feel connected and play. Now is a time for letting down rigid defenses and enjoying the world. Find your bliss in simple everyday things and be aware of the vast levels of life all around you, seen and unseen, physical and spiritual. The lion is symbolic of the relaxed, royalty, royalty is innate strength from being rather than only doing. The traditional card suits of hearts, diamond, clubs, and spades is a balance of traditional elements depicted in tarot as the cups, coins, wands, and swords. The resinous smoke of the plant brings a soothing balance embodied by the radiating mandala of the card. Interesting. So that is the divination meaning. They have the plant spirit medicine. Oh, here. The nature of cannabis is to lighten and open, dissolving rigid boundaries and bringing out our childlike loving nature. It expands our awareness, our field of consciousness, not only to other humans, but all of nature. It can help us get in touch with our body, but also the body of the earth and our relationship to it. Cannabis can aid in increasing telepathic abilities and awareness. So that's where I read it. Cannabis can aid in increasing telepathic abilities and awareness. That's interesting. I did not know that. Well, I've never smoked it. The healing nature helps us find joy and humor, allowing us to see ourselves and the world in a different light, calming us and also enhancing creativity. So if you did not know that about cannabis, you just learned something new. And the affirmation for cannabis is, I am open, I am connected, I am joyful. All right? So that gives you an idea of what the guidebook is. Dandelion affirmation is, I am both joyful and strong. That's another very popular plant. You know, people put that in salads. So it's pretty much in most people's gardens. All right, so that gives you an idea of what the guidebook says. In the back, it has a section on the card reading spreads. So they give you several different sample spreads. Nice floral at the end. And then Beyond the Garden Path is the very end, creator's biography, along with the picture. All right, and that's pretty much the guidebook. Very nice. So if you are into botanical gardens or herbs or florals, herbal healing, they have it all here in an oracle deck. So this may be something you may be interested in. It may not be for everyone, but for those interested, it's a very nice guidebook and very good cardstock and very informative. All right, so I will put the link in the description underneath the video as usual if you are interested in purchasing it or learning more about it, reading more about it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you again on the next video. Bye.